Hi everyone, well welcome to another video. We're out camping and I'm going to show you for a bit of a walk around our camping spot where we are. I can't tell you exactly where it is, but it's sort of between Harlan and Esk. So when you get off the Brisbane, the Diagonal Highway heading towards Esk, from my end of the world, it's sort of halfway between there. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll tell you all about it when we get down our camp spot. I can't show you exactly where it is because with Hip Camp, they like to keep where they are sort of secret until you actually pay for the thing, because I don't want people turning up on their doorstep all the time. But we decided we'd stop off here on the way through and just show you a great little thing we just found. The rail trail. I spoke about this on a video I did a few weeks back, and a mate of mine, Tofty, he watched my video and come out, did the rail trail with his mate, and they had a great time until one of them fell off and broke their shoulder. But that's another story. I hope Terry, you're doing okay. But this is part of the rail trail as well. This rail trail runs, I think it runs nearly to Brisbane and then all the way to Blackbutt or Kilkevin the other way. And this is part of it. They've actually pulled all the old rail line up and you can ride a push bike. We just seen a couple of people go past before and they were on push bikes and they actually had Brisbane Rail Trail written on the push bikes. Now this part here, I think it's Cinemas Lane or something like that. I'll put a photo of it up on the screen where you got to turn in. If you follow the trail, have a look over there, you'll see that quarry over in the back there. If you look for that, turn right and then you're quite right to drive up this track. There's a couple of signs up there a bit confusing, showing bikes and crossed out and four-wheel drives, but it only means you can't go from this point here. So around the corner here, you can see there's the sign, no motorbikes, no cars, you gotta walk it or ride a push bike. So we're gonna head up there now and show you the tunnel. Once we're finished here, we'll probably go down and show you around the campsite. Cheers everyone. Okay, we'll just go for a quick walk up and check out this tunnel. As you know, I've shown a few tunnels on my journey on my YouTube career. Boona Tunnel, can't remember them all. There's a few of them. If you want to check out my previous videos, you'll see I like anything rail that's orientated, and this rail trail here would be great if you want it. And like I said there before, those couple had those bikes, and I'm pretty sure they had Brisbane Valley Rail Trail on them. They were electric bikes, so you must be able to hire them and actually ride them along this rail trail. So it would probably be a great weekend, and you could probably camp along the way, I suppose. I'm just looking at this tunnel up here now and it says 1910 it was built. So I'll show you a bit more when I get a bit closer and we'll have a look at it. So just one of the things you can do if you're camping in the area. Well, we're just about here and I thought I'll give you a bird's eye view. You can see Rob behind me following up the rear, doing a bit of a video as well. But there we are. Here's one of the tunnels that you'll go through on the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail. Beautiful breeze blowing through here. Okay, we'll head into the tunnel now. There's the sign 1910 on there. We'll go for a walk through and I will tell you a bit about the tunnel as we're walking through. There is these markers here as well. If you want any information, you can see where we are between Yimbin, Harlan, Moore, and a heap of names I can't pronounce. And it gives you distances and everything. And there's also a QR code there if you want to scan it. We have got mobile reception here because someone rang me there a minute ago, but we'll head through the tunnel. And while we go through, I will tell you all about it. One of the things I do know before we go, see these marks on the concrete here? That's from the timber formwork that they would have put around this tunnel, and when they pulled the boards away, it's left an imprint of all the timber. So it would have been a heap of timber they used for lining this tunnel when they concreted it. So let's head through and I'll tell you a bit about the tunnel as we're walking through. Yeah, so this tunnel that I'm walking through is a heritage listed Yimbin Railway Tunnel located between Harlan and Yimbin. I reckon about 100 metres or something, 96 kilometres from Wulkulkra Station. I'm probably saying that wrong. It was completed in 1910 using day labour stationed at Harlan. It was the only tunnel constructed along the Brisbane Valley branch line. So the Inman Railway Tunnel is semi-elliptical, concrete lines, straight tunnel that is 110 yards or 100.58 metres. Now, I actually guessed that this was about 100 metres when I was walking through it. So how good is that? Without reading it, I knew the distance. Probably approximately 6 metres high at its apex, with a gradient of 1.165 rising towards Yarraman North. The tunnel is made from Western Union cement, and the marks of the wooden box used in construction can still be seen on the side. The tunnel is a significant as highly intact example of a concrete lined railway tunnel constructed for Queensland narrow gauge railway lines. It remains a hidden treasure of the Brisbane Valley rail line. So that's a bit of information about it while I'm walking through the tunnel, and might have some information on it. But that is the tunnel done and dusted. We've made our way through. I'll spin around, show you back behind. That's it. I'll see if there's any information down on the board down there, and if there is, I'll tell you. If not, we'll meet you back at the camp, eh? Cheers, everyone. Hey everyone, well, we've made it down to some of the campsites down here. Like I was saying, I can't tell you exactly where it is. You'll have to get onto HipCamp. Check out the link in the description. I will leave a link to HipCamp where you can find Jack's place. It's really cheap, like only $5 to $8 a night, which is fantastic. We were talking to the owner there yesterday. I'll put the photo of him on his little tractor or a little bit of video up on the screen so you can have a look. How cool is that little tractor, eh? He built that himself. Guy gave him the tractor, the engine was blown up in it, so he's pulled all the pistons, everything out of it, then put a Honda motor on the front with a pulley system, and that drives the crankshaft and runs everything else, the slasher, all these little bits of grassy areas down here. He mows it with all of that, and does an absolutely fantastic job. I won't show you exactly where the house is or anything like that, but you can see behind me there, there's a bit of a camping area here, quite big, and he's mowed all this down. There's a couple little bog holes there because it had a bit of a rain, and way over in the background there you can see Rob, and you can just see our little campsite there. There's little creeks and that running through the property here, which is fantastic. And he was getting up me the other day for saying that word. I was trying to get away from saying so and so this and so that, and started using the word fantastic, and now that's my word of the month on my videos. There's another sort of camping area here that he's all mowed down. I think he said something like 40 acres or something here. And he's got a few little camp spots here. As long as you're self-contained got your own toilet. That's the main thing. He won't let you on the property unless you've got a toilet, as in either a chemical toilet, composting toilet, just a toilet in general, that you're not doing it on the ground or anything like that. So that's understandable, because he has got some horses and that here as well, and they come down and visited us last night. We were sitting about around the fire, and speaking of firewood, don't forget, that's what the owner was driving around with in his little tractor, delivering us some firewood, 20 bucks a night. So, and I'll tell you what, the wood was pretty good too, nice and hard, burnt really long. And you can see where we've sort of pulled up. We've got the vehicles nose to nose there, because the horses come down and we didn't want them walking through our campsite, so we just put them nose to nose. And this little grassy area here with the hills, they sort of walked down through here, got to the cars and went, oh bugger that, we can't get through there, and they come out through here, and they're down in the back paddock there. I'll take you down and give you a look at them. Rob's just running his car to charge his battery up. He's had a little bit of trouble. He left the inverter turned on for 5 days, and it's drained his battery a fair bit, didn't realise it. But it's putting in about 40 amps now, so he'll have that back and up to full strength no time. We might go for a bit of a drive later on. We've got a few videos that we're going to shoot for this mob up here, Kick-Ass. As you know, Rob's sort of changed careers and he's over there now and having a great time. He tells me they're a great team to work for and got some great products. So make sure you check Australian Camping and Four-Wheel Drives out, and check out his videos. You can see our little camp spot here. We've borrowed, is it Bob? No. Not Bob. It's not Jack. I can't think. It's Jack's place, but the guy that is Bob, isn't it? Or it's not Bob Asser. I don't know what his name is, but I'd have to look it up. But we borrowed his little trailer, firewood for sale, and we've just got our simple camping setups. I'm on my own this weekend. We can't take Jasper out at the moment. He's got to get his other vaccinations before he gets a bit older with parvo. We don't want him. They just warn you not to let dogs run around where other dogs may have been, because parvo is a pretty horrible sickness that dogs can get, and you want to do the right thing about them. And but we've set up here really nice. We had the fire going in the fire pit here that was provided. I'll tell you what, that is an awesome fire pit. Heated up really well, and yeah, he's got nice little tracks here. You can see where the horses go down to the creek there, and great little spot. Like, it's nice and quiet. We're the only ones here actually. The owner doesn't sort of advertise it that much. It's just a hobby to him, he said. That's why he doesn't charge much. So, but I did ask him, could we do a video on it? As you know, I like showing these places off, and if you happen to be coming out this way, I reckon if you are self-contained, this is the perfect place to come. Like I said, there's a few little bog holes. Rob put new tyres on his van yesterday, was proud of them. And now they're all covered in mud and you don't know what they are. But have a look down here. There's all the horses. Big draft horse there and a couple of other horses. Buddy bull ants just bit me on the leg, that's why I jumped. But you can see great little spot down here as well to go camping. This would be just as good down here too, I tell you, if you wanted to get away. There's the draft horses. The horses are looking at me going, what's that bloke doing with that bloody camera? It is actually a really good spot here actually. There's the creek there. Probably not good enough to at the moment to put a kayak or anything in, with all the overgrown with all the weeds and everything. But if you wanted to, you could go for a swim. Don't think there'd be anything wrong with it. But another little gas bottle fire pit there. So that is about it for Jack's place. Another great little hip camp spot. Absolutely a bargain in price. I was trying not to say that word again. You can, if you get on the link that I will leave in the description, I'm going to run through these ants here so they don't get me again. So hopefully the camera stabilisation is working, and yeah, just a heap of ants on that mound of dirt down there. And get on Hip Camp if you're looking for stuff. Rob got on there the other night, and I said to him, you pick a spot. We're always picking spots, so we wanted to find somewhere close to Rob and close to me. It was only like an hour, 20, hour and a half for me to drive down here, and it was about the same for Rob. So, and it's dog friendly as well. I could have bought the dogs and Annie, and we will probably come back here again actually. And the diagonal highway is over there, but you don't really hear the car noise. Luckily the weather, like I was saying before I left home, I did a quick live feed there the other day. The weather, it was a little bit cloudy. It's quite pleasant today. It's about 27 degrees, and not great for solar, but if you've got good systems, Rob, like I said, he just had a bit of trouble because he actually left his inverter on for too many days. And but mine's battery's sitting at about nearly 90%. And I've also got the Jackery, used that last night to run the lights, and just charging up my camera batteries as well at the moment. Got it over here, just there, charging up my drone battery there. So great for doing stuff like that if you really want that extra bit of power to run things. We had it sitting out on the ground here running the light up there behind me last night and doing a few other things. And I did, I don't know where I put the video, but if I haven't put it up anywhere, when I did the other videos on it, people asked me about charging, and 240 volt charging is amazing. It charges so quick off 240 volts, but the solar is really good as well, and the car charging is not great on its own. But yesterday what I did was I plugged it into the car, because when I threw it in the car to come here, I had it run down, forgot to charge it up. It was at about 42%, and plugged it into the car through the cigarette lighter plug to my battery system. It was putting in about 83 watts out of the car, and then I plugged my solar panels into it, and it was putting in another 100 amps, another 100 watts. So I was nearly getting 200 watts going into it, which charged it up in no time at all. So it was back to 100% last night. So you can charge it through the car with a solar panel as well. So if you had a spare solar panel on the roof and you wanted to run a wire down, you could plug it straight into it, as long as you don't exceed the maximum voltage and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't think you will with the Jackery, because you can put up to 800 watts in it and 60 volts, so unregulated. So I've said so too many times again. It's bloody hard to get out of these things when you're doing this sort of thing. That's about it from Jack's place. If you want to know any more, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers everyone, bye.